Okay, this is a request video about what all of this stuff does. We will start with the Midtech Task 6100 variable rate controller. This box controls basically everything the sprayer part of the machine does. This tells me how much is in the product tank, my rate. Last thing I was spraying was 16.8 gallons to the acre. This knob allows you to change between all of these various things. Really, I only ever use application rate, product volume, total area, which I will use for my entire tank if I spray multiple fields, field area. Speed is also recorded here, but speed is also recorded down here, so I never use it on the rate controller. You can use scan. I never really got into the habit of doing it. It scans through your acres, volume, what else? Probably rate, yep, probably total gallons applied, which is entirely useless. Yeah, that's basically it. This particular rate controller allows you to have 2 programmed rates in, but it's very easy to change. Like if I want to increase the rate, 16.9, it goes in tenths only. Of course, I can calibrate everything with the operate and setup button on off. So that's basically the rate controller, very simple. Up here I have the Cultiva ATC. This is the GPS unit. Auto Farm now owns them. I believe this is the best GPS on the market at the moment. It's certainly the easiest to use. This is currently I believe they call it the highway screen. Whenever you're applying, assuming you don't have on track 2 or on track 1, there will be a highway positioned here with a yellow line that you want to keep this blue arrow centered on the yellow line. It works very well because unlike most GPS systems, and whenever this was first new, it was very rare. This was the only one that would show you a few hundred feet ahead of you what you have to do. It was very useful. It was very simple to use. When I'm spraying corn, I'll almost always be on the bird's eye view. It gives you a basically bird's eye view of the field. It'll paint the picture, whatever you're doing. It works very well for corn, but in the past for soybeans or wheat, I did not have a steering motor, so I would always be on the highway mode. This is your field logs. If I were to start a field, I still have to empty this. This is all the yield or field data from last year. I've hit new field. Here I have all the names of all the farms listed in. Okay, let's go here. Various field numbers. Okay, let's pick this one. Products. I have all the products in. Enter your application rate, blah blah blah, start field, then you go back to here. I better tell this to stop. Okay. Here you have all of your calibration and whatnot, setting your swath width. This sprayer is an 80-foot boom, backlight, all that. What you want it to do on the headlands. This basically, once I cross the headland, it will give me a continuing AB line forever and ever. Display, blah, 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 boring stuff. So that's basically the Cultiva. Down here you have all your while using it features. This right here, Auto Pass, is what makes Cultiva #1. That and the user interface. Auto Pass, I do not have to create an AB line. I get in the sprayer, I start spraying, I turn around, and it already has a line on both sides of that pass that I can use the auto steer with. It works extremely well, and Trimble is way behind when it comes to that. Okay. let's talk about on track 2. This is the GPS steering motor. As you can see, it's quite small. It is very quiet. I will do a video of dismounting it later on. I don't have time right now. But it mounts, take this cover off. You can see it mounts tightly around the steering wheel, and you can see a gear in there. That's what this motor drives the wheel on. As you can see, it doesn't inhibit anything. There's no ball to wrap your fingers on. Not that I ever found that to be a problem, but I'm referring to the ball on the Trimble's Easy Steer. I never found that to be an issue, but many farmers have found that to be an issue. While I'm here, this is a camera that's not plugged in right now. Anyways, the camera is mounted directly above that wheel. It's pointing straight down, and it allows me to see where the sprayer is in the corn row. It works pretty well, especially at night. What else we got here? Okay, the Rhine-X, got some glare. Rhine-X Auto Spray 7500. This is a boom controller. It does everything that the Trimble Easy Boom does, except the Trimble Easy Boom only works with Trimble products. This works with every single GPS on the market, including Trimble. As you can see along, let's get the glare out of the way, you can see along the top there are 5 boom sections. Whenever it's spraying, there'll be a triangle. You know, these are supposed to be nozzles, I guess. Whenever this boom passes over an area that's already been applied, the signal is transmitted to this. They work together, and it will shut off the individual boom sections so that there is no overlap. This is especially useful spraying wedges at night. The high speed is only magnified whenever you can't really see all that well, and controlling all of these buttons down here in the dark while driving, while trying not to drive into a tree, isn't the easiest thing, and so quite often overlap is unavoidable. But with this, it's extremely easy. You just basically sit there and drive. You can see the little satellite that's telling me that I have proper GPS. As you can see, we're at full signal right now. Ignition, lights, hours. You can see this one has 1913.6 hours. It's a pretty new sprayer. Volts, fuel. Turn my turn signal on. There we go. Flashers. High beams are on. Water temperature, oil pressure, oil temperature. I guess low pressure light. Never seen that one come on. Park brake. It's really loud. It's annoying. Cup holders. Very nice radio. My temperature controls. Down here we have the hydro stick. Push forwards, we go forwards. Pull back, we go back. Raises the entire boom. This one raises the right boom. This button used to have a plastic cover. I should really get another one. This is the run hold button. It turns on and off the entire sprayer. This is the foam marker, left and right. Don't use foam marker ever since GPS became popular. Throttle, transmission. This is a 4-speed transmission. I can shift it on the fly. This is my boom control, off, automatic, which is entirely based on ground speed. Ground speed override. Right, I have my ground speed override set at about 8 miles an hour. If my speed drops below 8 miles an hour, it will continue spraying as if it were spraying at 13 miles an hour. This way, because once you drop below a certain speed, the master control valve that actually meters the rate, the pump cannot create enough pressure to give you proper droplet size. So that's why I almost always have it on ground speed override. You might notice all these boom sections are off. That is because of this. This is teed into the wiring harness from the rate controller to these switches. These have to be off in order for this to turn the boom sections on. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it allows me to override that. If I flip them all forwards, then this doesn't do anything. And it sprays just like normal. These here I don't really use, but they are hydraulic adjust. I can move my wheels in and out, I believe 12 inches. So I can go from 120 inch spacing to 148, I guess. Boom fold controls. This is my rinse valve opening. What else? These do nothing. Agitation, open and close the valve. My product pump. These are just extra switches as well. That is pretty much everything with the sprayer. A view of the cab. I have 2 speakers in the 2 corners. My vent light. Suspension. Very nice suspension on this particular sprayer. You can see pneumatic cylinders as well as air ride. It rides extremely smoothly. There's not much on the market that can actually match the ride of this sprayer. Well, I hope that answers your question.